Alright, in my last video, I discussed how the fall of Babylon, Mystery Babylon, USA, will be rapid, and by whose hands it will occur. By the Chi-Com and Neo-Bolshevik Russians and their allies, how it will happen at their hands. Basically, I'm making this as a sequel video. This won't really make much sense unless you watch the last one. All the pieces have been moved into their proper order. We see that the White House has been making all these peace agreements in the Middle East. Well, we know that that's very biblical because covenant with many for Israel at the behest of Israel, it will be made, and this pretty much sets our fate in stone for the collapse, for the destruction. We already know the economics and all the other stuff involved. We know that the food supply is being deliberately destroyed. We see it all over the world with the grain silos and other food production facilities being destroyed and mysterious explosions and fires and everything else. We see the fields being destroyed. We see crop failures. We see droughts. We see weather weapons in use. We see it all. We see it all. We see the Fed's numbers, which is the Illuminati themselves, declaring that, by now, close to half of the entire workforce is out of work. That's unsustainable, and that can't continue in current trends. It can't continue. It's impossible, and there's no amount of Illuminati Fed money magic that can be done to pull us out of it. None. That's why they have the reset. That's what ID 2020 is. Trump's warp speed links into ID 2020. Yes, it does, because they're going to use that mRNA, Mark of the Beast vaccine, that'll use the graphene hydrogel nanotech and the luciferase tattoos to link everybody into this global beast system. There will be a beast AI central computer. These peace covenants in the Middle East, these coins, these commemorative coins show in the sword, in the scimitar, it shows that the scimitar dissolves into these different symbols of space age technology, 5G, satellite broadcasting, and zeros and ones, the binary. It shows the vaccine. Well, why does it show a vaccine? What is the purpose of that? That leaves you to wonder. Well, you already know the answer to the question, especially if you watch my other videos. Warp speed, ID 2020, is part of the same thing. You can't say that the president doesn't align with Bill Gates or other elites, because warp speed is very much in line with that. So is nesara, gesara. Those things are not good things. Those things will only lead to our destruction as a country. The Chinese and Russians, they have to play their World War III card. Back in the day, back in post-Civil War era of the United States, the Freemason master, 33rd degree, who was it? Albert Pike, the former Confederate general, spoke to Mazzini, who was formerly the founder of the Italian-American Mafia. That's the lineage. He goes way back, and he has to do with that. He wrote in the letter there was a evil prophecy from Satan that there would have to be 3 world wars. Well, the 3rd world war has yet to take place, and it'll be in the Middle East between Israel and the Muslims and between their respective allies. And the Israelis would have us as an ally, possibly some European countries. But then there's also the other side of the coin, which you have the Russians and the Chi-Coms lining up with Iran, who is an enemy against whom? Israel. Well, there is a video on current world events and off-grid desert farming, 2 channels that are pretty much run by the same person, Paul, and his wife Adrian. They have a newer video about World War III, and it has a picture of the country of Syria, a fist with the Israeli flag bumping up against a fist with the Persian or the Iranian flag, and it goes into great detail about all that I'm saying here. So, yeah, there has to be a World War III, and all these things tie into it. There's not a new golden age, but a new dark age. May Yeshua, Messiah, bless and keep you. Amen.